Hello, beautiful, divine, magical beings. I don't know about you, but I woke up feeling different this morning. Not sure if it's because it's June 1st and I sort of had a download in the beginning of May that things were going to be different in June, and I actually didn't even really realize that it was the 1st of June until I saw my calendar. But I woke up feeling grounded in something in Gaia. So maybe you did too. Anyway, just thought I would share that with you. And maybe I shared it a little bit too soon. Maybe I should have shared it in the middle of the message. But anyway, it felt resonant to come through. So before we continue in this channeled message that is for you, because you clicked on it, because you felt your fingerprint, you felt your essence, you know that there is something in it for you. So take the part that resonates for you, that's your part, and leave whatever else for whomever else it is meant for. If you feel so called, ground yourself in this now with me. Take a few deep breaths. I find 5 to be the magic number for me. But on your in-breath, just hold for a moment. Pause for a moment. Acknowledging your heart space, acknowledging your center, your source, before surrendering on your exhale. Okay. It is a beautiful energy, union, things coming in, end of isolation. One more card for now. Okay, we have bottom energy deck. The bottom energy of the deck is the Muse of Inspiration, which is the Muse, which is the King of Wands. Okay, so this is very much about you stepping into, it's not even stepping into your truth. It's more like you taking steps, knowing that each step that you take is true, is for you, is in your highest good, because there are no mistakes. There are no mistakes. So far, right, the only card that popped out while we were starting at the beginning, when I was sort of sharing my part of my journey a little bit. This 2 of Cups, this 2 of Emotions popped out, and the energy of this is oh so beautiful. I just feel this, like, this connection, whether it is a spiritual connection, whether it is a romantic connection, whether it is a partnership, whether it is a friendship, whether it is just truly meeting yourself. There is connection coming through, like beautiful, magical connection, the connection that you have been desiring, yearned for. Like I said, there is this energy of loneliness, of isolation. And I think, for many of us in this journey, that is part of the journey, where we go through stages where we really, really need to be alone to kind of process. Okay, so I say process because here's what's come out. The stuff right now, everything is coming to the surface. Everything that needs to be released, everything that is not for you is coming to the surface. But I'm feeling that it is happening in a very, very different way, because you know what is occurring. You know your worth, you know your magic. You're beginning to feel it. Or not even just feel it, it's beginning to expand. There is synchronicities, videos like this, shifts in your material world, right? Things are shifting in your material world. You are beginning, or you have already realized just how powerful a creator you are. So these fears, and I'm going to talk a little bit about me. It's not like I sit here recording these and my human doesn't deal with this. Of course I do. It's how we choose, because this is collectively, right? This has to be released for new earth to fully come in, right? You have to alchemize that which is arising, and this is very much 444, a time of everything arising to be released, arising to be alchemized. We have, I want to say for me, the 3 most uncomfortable, traumatic, painful, sad, fearful cards coming out all together, but we have it coming out with the Knight of Materials, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is you, right? You freeing yourself, you grounding yourself in your truth, you alchemizing this, you allowing your magic to shine through. But for that to happen, this has to be dealt with, this has to be released, this has to be alchemized. So let's see, I'm going to pull some clarifiers. Yeah, because like for this collective, the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords, but especially the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Voices, is something that comes through a lot. And it is very much the mind, right? I'm getting the sense that when things are about to truly shift, 555, as I say, this like truly shift, they get a little bit more difficult. The ego gets a little bit more in the way. There is all the old things trying to pull you back and no, don't do that, it's unknown, we'll keep you safe, we've been doing it all this time. And that draw, those triggers, they can be strong, right? Because there is still very much attachment to the stories. And I speak from personal experience here. Like I sometimes have moments of this, and it's what you do with those moments, it's what you do with those nows that matters. It doesn't matter that you're in that now, that you're experiencing this thing that is not resonant for you. What matters is how you choose to face it, is how you choose to, and what you choose to embody with regards to how you approach it, or how you face it, and what you choose to allow it to do to you. Because if you feel sad, if you feel judged, if you feel trapped, it is you. They cannot do that to you. It is you doing it to you. It is you allowing something, right? And the reason why you allow it is so that it can show you what is untrue within you. Because that feeling is not true. You are free. You are never trapped. You are perfect. Except for those limiting beliefs that are still anchored in a little bit, that are still maybe not even anchored in, maybe they're just echoes, right? Just these things that are slowly trying to pull you back, and you mastering it, because there is very much mastery in the way that you are taking action, in the way that you are not just creating and playing with source. Eight, as I say, this abundance very much coming in for you is my feeling here, but it is because you are trusting. It is because you are walking the path. You are settling your fears. There is nothing to fear. The mind will tell you otherwise. Your ego will tell you otherwise. People will even tell you otherwise. But anything that tells you or creates anxiety, fear, or even whether it's intentionally or not intentionally, is untrue. There is nothing to fear on this journey. This pinnacle point that you are at. I'm seeing these things as like angel wings, like you are being carried through. Okay, yeah, let's see what else wants to come through, because the energy shifted a little bit. It's become more of a busy energy, almost in relation to this Knight of Materials, this Knight of Pentacles, this you grounding yourself, you taking action, right? Because this is Queen of Wands coming out, Four of Cups coming out, Four of Swords coming out, the Four Voices, and the Queen of Voices, okay? The Seven of Emotions at the bottom, the Seven of Cups. Choices. It is very much about what you perceive, what you choose, what you allow, as it always is. It is also very much about being brutally honest with yourself, but not in a aggressive way, because where has that gotten you in the past, right? And how would healing, something that is essentially a traumatic response, a traumatic pattern, something that occurred or has been built in to protect you, right? It feels that it has been doing you a service. That's truly what it believes. 111, as I say, there is love and sort of appreciation, deep gratitude for these parts of you that are shifting, because your perception is shifting. Okay, you are you are learning to control and alchemize your emotional state, your mind. With this Queen of Swords here, the mind is, you're learning to work with your mind. It's not like that your mind is under your control, but yeah, see, the mind was initially in control. That's what part of the conditioning was. That's what you're waking up from, the mind being in control. This is you learning to quieten the mind, you learning to work with the mind, but very much, can you see this figure here? So you're learning to step out of the mind so that you can truly see what is really, really there, what you really, really are, what the truth, 1111, as I say this, what the truth of everything is. It's like you're stepping out of the mind matrix. You're stepping out into the soul space, into you, into the truth of you. And that particular thing comes through so often. Sometimes I feel like you guys must be getting so bored, but it is so essential. It is so essential that you know that truth. Because your truth, your magic is magical, is required, is needed. And these situations that will continue to present themselves in your reality, in your 3D world, for you to continuously learn to choose you. Because it is about you seeing your magic, your beauty, your divinity, you seeing that you are free, you alchemizing, I'm going to pull clarifiers here now, you alchemizing whatever it is that is arising to be alchemized. Because this, with everything that is going on astrologically and whatever, even though this is timeless, if this message has found you, you are in a time where stuff is coming up, arising to be alchemized, in the same way that it is arising to help rise Earth's vibration. I mean, this was, I think, why this morning I felt such a strong connection to Gaia. Like I felt rooted in like golden elixir. Okay, this, once again, very much with this pain, this suffering, the answer that comes through a lot is to step into you, your power, your truth, your creativity. There is a calling that you have. If this message has found you, I know that, because this is the Creators Collective. You have a purpose here. You have your magic. When it is, me trying to word this in a very easy way. When your magic is literally put into a tangible thing, say a painting, a pot of soup, a picture, a photograph, a play, like something that can be seen, something that can be witnessed, something that can be touched, something that can be experienced. Okay, something that can be experienced, something that can be seen. The more you do this, the more you trust your purpose here, your inspirations, right? Because I know, I feel, and I also feel the hesitancy. I feel the fear that some of you are experiencing at the thought, right? Because there is a judgment thing, I imagine, that's very much coming through. Perhaps you were judged very, very harshly for a very, very long time in your youth. And that has followed you through. To pretty much forever, right? We have the 10 of Cups coming out with the 3 of Inspiration, the 3 of Wands, and the Chariot. Okay, you bring in your heaven on earth. You allowing your light to be seen, allowing yourself to be truly seen, without caring, and it's not so much about caring. I mean, it's it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks about you, how anybody sees you, what anybody says about you, what anybody thinks about you. It doesn't matter. Your light is your... Okay, imagine you are a lighthouse, but you are also the boat that's lost at sea. You want to come home, you have to turn on your light and be seen and bring yourself home. You have to take the step and knowing that the universe is with you, and it is, because this is what I'm getting here. This 10 of Cups, this happy ever after, this everything coming in, this your manifestations, realize your manifestations here. But it's more than that. It's so much more than that. 1,555. This is you. I mean, this is also you. But these are the people that you inspire. That you inspire when you stand up on stage, when you don't do it for praise. There is no praise in a lot of what we do, in a lot of the creation. Right? There is fulfillment. There is joy. There is passion. There is a feeling, there is a flowing, there is a knowing. And from my perspective and my feeling, I imagine that you know. Beautiful souls, have a magical now. Thank you for co-creating this video with me. And I guess maybe it's time to start mentioning that I have some stuff that'll be coming up on... I'm finally getting my website up and running. It's kind of a little bit difficult, time consuming with the little one, but also I have been a bit of a perfectionist. It's something that I have had to really work on with Source. So there's some courses, there'll be some documents, I don't know if that's the right words, and PDFs with some helpful channeled stuff. And so stay tuned for that, but I will, when it is ready, add it in the description box. And thank you. Bye-bye.